For years, we've been told cheese is bad for our hearts due to its fat and salt content. But what if the suggestion was completely wrong? What if avoiding cheese is the true reason seniors are losing strength, collapsing from muscle loss, and ending up in wheelchairs? Because fresh studies have revealed something shocking. Certain cheeses not only help to maintain muscular mass, but also to rebuild it. One cheese in particular restored muscle in seniors by 43% in just 12 weeks. Although 99% of older folks avoid it because they were persuaded it would harm them. So why aren't doctors discussing it? Because the system benefits more when you are weak, immobile, and reliant. Here is the truth. Sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, is now one of the most common reasons elders lose their independence. However, in this video, we disclose the top 3 cheeses that can reverse muscle loss, rated in descending order from beneficial to life-changing. What about the number 1 cheese? It's the one physicians seldom mention, yet it may be sitting in your refrigerator right now. Before we start, I have 2 short questions. First, have you seen a decline in strength while eating enough protein? Second, are you ready to learn which frequent cheese blunders actually cause muscle loss? Please let us know in the comments below. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to Man After 70 and like this video so you won't miss any of our science-backed health tips. We read and respond to each remark with personalized ideas and guidance. Without further ado, let's begin with the first cheese and explain why everything you thought you knew is about to change. Number 3. Ricotta cheese. Ricotta cheese, a soft Italian cheese created from whey, may not look like much at first glance. It's light, fluffy, and nearly sweet to taste. But hidden within this unassuming cheese is a potent secret weapon against muscle loss in seniors. The secret is the extraordinarily high concentration of leucine, an important amino acid that directly stimulates muscle protein synthesis. Muscle protein synthesis is the process by which your body repairs and creates new muscle fibers, and it loses efficiency as we age. That is one of the key reasons why elders acquire sarcopenia, or the progressive loss of muscular mass and strength. Ricotta cheese stands out because it has more leucine per gram than most other cheeses, while also being lower in fat and sodium, which is especially useful for seniors who are managing high blood pressure or heart disease. Ricotta works so well in elderly because it interacts with aged muscles. As we age, our muscles become less receptive to dietary protein, a condition known as anabolic resistance. This means that older persons require more high-quality, fast-digesting protein to achieve the same level of muscle repair that a younger person may receive from a lower dosage. Ricotta, derived from whey, the most easily absorbed form of protein, overcomes much of this barrier. It is swiftly absorbed, floods your system with leucine, and begins the much-needed rebuilding process just when your muscles require it the most. Timing and mixture are essential for achieving the greatest outcomes with ricotta. It works best when consumed within an hour of resistance training or physical activity, such as walking or light leg workouts. A half-cup portion of ricotta contains around 14 grams of high-quality protein and more than 1.2 grams of leucine, the amount required to trigger muscle regeneration in older adults. The best method to consume it is with complex carbs that aid in nutritional delivery, such as oats or whole grain toast. Some elders make a fruit smoothie with honey and cinnamon, which is tasty and easy to digest. It is also recommended to couple it with vitamin D-rich meals such as eggs or mushrooms, which improve calcium absorption and muscle function. What you should avoid is eating ricotta late at night without prior physical exercise, since this can lead to increased fat storage and decreased protein consumption. One crucial precaution is to avoid store-bought ricotta with additional gums, fillers, or preservatives, as these can impair protein content and digestibility. Always use fresh, whole milk ricotta with few additives. If you are lactose intolerant, start with a little amount, as ricotta has less lactose than many cheeses but may still cause minor discomfort in sensitive people. Also, avoid combining it with extremely acidic fruits such as pineapple or citrus, as this can interfere with amino acid absorption due to delayed stomach emptying. Let me tell you about Austin, a retired postal worker who came to our clinic at the age of 72. He had always been active, walking door to door for decades, but after retirement, he felt his legs were becoming weaker, particularly when getting out of chairs or ascending stairs. He had began missing meals and consuming little dairy. His muscle scans revealed that he had lost about 9% of his leg muscle mass in just 2 years. We started a new everyday post-walk routine with a bowl of ricotta, oatmeal, banana slices, and chia seeds. Within 6 weeks, his functional leg strength increased by more than 18%, and he reported better balance and reduced weariness on his regular walks. After 3 months, we performed the scan and discovered that his muscle mass had increased by 4.5%, which is a significant increase for someone in their 70s. Now that you've seen the power of ricotta, let's move on to something a little stiffer, but even more effective for long-term muscular support. Number 2. Gruyere cheese. Gruyere is a hard, nutty cheese that originated in Switzerland. It may not be the first thing that springs to mind when you think of muscle health, but beneath its golden surface is a complex combination of nutrients that can have a significant impact on how elders retain and repair muscle. What distinguishes Gruyere is not only its high-quality protein, but also its dense mineral profile, which includes calcium, phosphorus, and zinc, all of which are essential for muscle fiber integrity and nerve-muscle coordination. Gruyere is particularly high in casein, a slow-digesting protein that gradually releases amino acids into the circulation over several hours. That consistent release is critical for nightly muscle maintenance, during which many seniors inadvertently lose the most muscle mass. Its physiology is basic yet powerful. Protein synthesis slows and degradation accelerates when the body sleeps, particularly in older persons who already have low growth hormone and testosterone levels. That overnight imbalance can result in catabolism, the breakdown of muscle tissue for energy. However, a slice of Gruyere before bed functions as a protein IV that drips slowly. While you sleep, casein continues to circulate through your bloodstream, giving muscles with the amino acids they require to maintain and rebuild tissues. According to research, persons over 60 who take slow-digesting proteins at night had 22% less nocturnal muscle breakdown than those who do not eat before bed. That makes a significant effect, particularly over weeks and months. The greatest approach to take Gruyere for muscle health is as part of a structured nightly regimen. Just 30-40 grams of Gruyere, roughly the size of 2 fingers, is enough to activate muscle protection systems all night. Combining it with a few almonds or a tiny piece of whole grain bread will help balance blood sugar and reduce insulin spikes, which is especially helpful for older persons who are insulin sensitive. The best time to eat Gruyere is 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, particularly after a light evening stroll that prepares your muscles for optimal nutritional absorption. Avoid combining it with red wine or dark chocolate before bedtime, since these combinations might slow digestion and impair sleep, negating the benefits of delayed protein release. Also, avoid extremely salty Gruyere and prepackaged slices with added nitrates, which might impair renal function in older persons. Some seniors are concerned about the saturated fat in cheeses, such as Gruyere, but new research has shown that moderate consumption of old cheeses is not related with an increased cardiovascular risk in healthy seniors. In fact, chemicals produced during the aging of Gruyere, such as vitamin K2, have been found to minimize artery calcification and improve bone muscle contact, which is critical in reducing falls and fractures. However, if you already have renal problems or excessive cholesterol, speak with your doctor before making Gruyere a daily habit. Let me tell you about Vivian, a 67-year-old piano instructor who began waking up with tight hips and back pain. She wasn't exercising hard, but she noticed her strength waning and her energy levels in the mornings were lower than usual. Blood tests revealed increased creatine kinase, a sign of muscular stress, and muscle scans revealed a 6% decrease in gluteal mass over 14 months. She also experienced poor sleep quality, waking up frequently throughout the night. We developed a nighttime program that included 35 grams of Gruyere, a handful of pumpkin seeds, and chamomile tea around 90 minutes before bedtime. Within a month, her soreness decreased by 60%, her sleep improved, and, most crucially, she was able to resume morning stretches and longer walks. After 2 months, her muscle scans revealed a 3.2% increase in muscle mass, and her balance during yoga, which she enjoys, had greatly improved. Now that you've seen how Gruyere works overnight to maintain and preserve your muscle, prepare for the most potent cheese on the list, the one that increases strength faster than the rest and has the potential to alter everything for seniors suffering from muscle loss. Cottage cheese takes the top spot. Cottage cheese, a soft, fresh cheese formed by curdling milk and draining the whey, is the most effective muscle-preserving cheese a senior can consume. Cottage cheese has a combination of casein and whey protein, making it one of the few natural foods that promotes both fast and long-term muscle synthesis. That dual-action protein profile is what sets it apart. It's fast enough to stimulate recovery while still slow enough to keep your muscles fed for hours. But that's only the beginning. What truly distinguishes cottage cheese is its extraordinarily high concentration of casein-bound calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin B12. Calcium is essential for muscular contraction. Phosphorus aids in the regeneration of ATP, the primary energy molecule in your muscles, while B12 promotes neuromuscular signaling. These 3 nutrients work together to improve muscular contraction strength, coordination, and duration. When paired with leucine-rich whey proteins, the outcome is an environment that actively combats sarcopenia. In a 2021 randomized clinical trial, older adults who consumed 30 grams of protein from cottage cheese daily after light resistance training gained 5.8% more muscle mass and nearly doubled their light press strength over a 12-week period compared to those who did not consume any post-workout protein. The secret to getting the most out of cottage cheese is to eat it at the appropriate time and in the proper mix. The optimal time is 30 to 60 minutes after any physical activity, such as walking, gardening, or chair exercises. Whey's fast absorption kicks off recovery right away, while casein keeps it going. Mix it with a potassium-rich food, such as sliced banana or baked sweet potato, to assist balance fluid fluctuations during muscle contraction and decrease cramps. Another helpful technique is to include a pinch of turmeric and black pepper, which helps reduce inflammation in aging joints and boost protein usage. Many seniors enjoy it with flax seeds and berries in the morning, or with olive oil and cucumber in the evening for a savory twist. However, you must avoid eating it with sugary jams or processed crackers, which might increase insulin levels and weaken the muscle-building reaction. Some seniors are concerned about the sodium levels in store-bought cottage cheese, and that is understandable. When feasible, choose low-sodium variants and avoid additional preservatives, which can irritate the gut lining and limit nutritional absorption. Another mistake is eating it too far away from exercise. If you wait more than 2 hours after exercising, you miss the key post-exercise window when your body is ready to absorb amino acids. While cottage cheese is generally well tolerated, persons with severe dairy intolerance may need to introduce it gradually or switch to a lactose-free version with intact protein fractions. Let me tell you the story of Garrett, a 73-year-old retired engineer who used to work on high-tension lines and was recognized for his extraordinary leg strength. However, following a back injury and several months of bed rest, he lost approximately 12% of his lean mass and was unable to walk more than 50 meters without stopping. He tried a variety of pills, powders, and exercises, but nothing appeared to help him regain strength. We developed a morning and evening muscle-loading routine centered on cottage cheese. He ate a bowl of cottage cheese with banana, chia seeds, and cinnamon every morning, after a quick round of bed-supported leg lifts and resistance bands. He continued the dose with olive oil and chopped spinach every evening after a moderate stroll. After only 5 weeks, his walking distance had doubled. By week 10, his leg strength had grown by more than 22%, as measured with digital resistance meters. Most importantly, he regained his confidence and was able to travel for the first time in years to see his grandchildren in another state. Now that you've learned about the top 3 cheeses, each with its own time, strategy, and muscle-activating mechanism, let's speak about how to mix them, when to consume them, and how to get the most out of each mouthful to combat sarcopenia day and night. The important premise here is muscle protein synthesis, the internal process by which your body repairs muscle fibers after stress or movement. This process slows drastically in seniors, but by feeding it the appropriate nutrients at the right time, you can effectively reverse muscle aging. For the best effects, begin your day with ricotta or cottage cheese within an hour of waking. This is because your body has recently completed an overnight fast, and your muscle fibers are in a fragile, catabolic condition, which occurs when the body begins to break down muscle tissue for energy. By providing it fast-adjusting whey from ricotta or the balanced casein whey mix in cottage cheese, you may stop the breakdown and put the body back into growth mode. Pairing cheese with a moderate carbohydrate, such as oats, sweet potatoes, or banana, causes an insulin rise, which helps transport amino acids directly into your muscle cells. This is crucial because without the transportation mechanism, the protein may go to waste. If you plan to exercise or walk during the day, aim to eat your cheese right after. Even 15 minutes of light resistance band exercises or brisk jogging helps your muscles absorb more amino acids. This is referred to as the anabolic window because it shortens and becomes less efficient with age. That's why time is crucial. If you wait 2 or 3 hours before eating protein, your body may miss out on the opportunity to rebuild. Evening use of Gruyere should be approached differently. Because of its slow digestion rate, it's best consumed 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, particularly after an evening walk. Gruyere's casein and mineral blend will progressively nourish your muscular tissues overnight, during which many seniors lose more than 10% of their daily lean mass if they fast or are malnourished. Hydration is another important aspect of any muscle-building routine. Dehydrated muscle tissue is more susceptible to damage and less sensitive to protein. Aim to drink a full glass of water 15 minutes before and 30 to 60 minutes after your cheese-based meal. This aids digestion and promotes cellular hydration, which boosts the effectiveness of amino acids. Including anti-inflammatory spices such as turmeric, ginger, or black pepper in your meals can also help to reduce joint stiffness and improve protein production. Now, let's go over some of the most common questions and concerns we get from seniors in our clinic and online. One of the most common questions is, what if I don't exercise much? Will these cheeses continue to help? The answer is yes. However, the findings will be delayed. Muscles respond best when they are used. That does not imply that you need a gym membership or hefty weights. Even easy chair squats, gentle resistance bands, or 15-minute walks before meals might increase your muscles' sensitivity to protein. We've seen people with mobility constraints build muscle simply by combining strategic nutrition with low-impact exercises. Another typical inquiry is whether I can consume all 3 cheeses in the same day. Yes, but the key is space. Ricotta in the morning after a walk, cottage cheese after any noon movement or light lunch, and Gruyere in the evening before bed form a perfect arc that covers the full muscle growth cycle. But don't overeat. Going beyond 30 to 40 grams of protein in a single meal can limit absorption efficiency, particularly in older persons with slower digestion. Divide your intake into 3 windows: morning, midday, and evening. This keeps your body in a positive nitrogen balance, which allows for muscle growth. A final mistake that many seniors make is disregarding their sleep quality. If you don't get enough sleep, no amount of protein will help. That's why your nighttime Gruyere should be accompanied by a relaxing wind-down routine, dim lighting, no screens, and a warm herbal tea. Poor sleep not only raises cortisol, a hormone that tears down muscle, but it also impairs your body's capacity to absorb amino acids. Make sleep a part of your muscle repair program to maximize the impact of your nutrition. So, what should you do now? Start small. Add one of these cheeses to your first meal tomorrow, then go for a brief walk. Keep track of how your energy levels fluctuate. Watch how your strength grows. The key is consistency. It's not like eating cheese once and expecting miracles. Don't forget to subscribe to Man After 70 like this video, and share it with someone who might benefit. It's all about using the correct cheese at the right moment, every day. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you tried using cheese to help you gain strength or recover? How did you feel the difference? Please share your experiences and ideas in the comments section below. We love hearing them. Thank you for watching.